Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. So here are the Jets now backed up to start their first drive.
Oh my God.
They'll be led out by their quarterback who played his college ball at Western Kentucky. He was a Hilltopper. It's Mike White.
I literally got it.
A play fake. Now White.
Into a
double team. It's intercepted.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're going that way.
Because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field.
Do that right there, Mike.
Advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Marquez Valdez-Scantling bringing in that one for Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point.
Perfect.
And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. They have the short field and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Berrios now from his end zone. And not a good return here. He'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays, try and go to those spots, and get your offense moving. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 runs in a row with only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing 3rd and long.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was excellent.
You putting that ball in the air?
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. They'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They find they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Open man here. It's the tight end. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Stop short. Down at the 1. And a broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. They'll run. Here's Burton, the fullback. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win, and the defense is caught him.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Oh, he fakes a spike.
No,
can't do anything with a football. It's
That's the ball, dude.
He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Jets are going to get the football back.
You know, keep running it.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
Quarterback out and get the ball picked off, or you keep getting hit?
You actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message.
What is that? Throw!
No, intercept the ball. I thought it was terrible.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
To throw, White.
Yeah. Pick 6.
Interception, the 3rd
Pick
of this
6.
first quarter.
Oh my God, we're going that way. Touchdown.
It's a touchdown. And Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick 6, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play. Not just because they've got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for 6? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They've got everything going their way early on.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
That one's in the air.
Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. New York ready to go again offensively. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10.
Are you running it right?
They'll start on the ground.
It don't matter, bro. You
Lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Despite some tough running, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15.
Third and 9. He's not going anywhere, so.
Still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. White looks to throw.
Oh, what I rolled on the floor.
Please run.
And he's going to be marked down.
I freaking rolled on the floor by accident.
So finally completes his
You
first
gonna put the ball in the air?
showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you have there because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game. And now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Out of the gun, it's White. And
Stop blocking what you got
that's knocked down and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I would
We
give
got
credit
field
to
goal?
the secondary.
Oh, yeah.
Never gave up as they gave up a few yards. And they came
good
through
luck.
on that play to deny that pass.
Yeah, good luck. Oh my God, good luck. What?
Oh! Kick is up and through.
It's good.
Seals on the board here at 14-3.
That's supposed
So
to
3
crazy.
points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Inside the 30.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense.
Thank God, I knew you were going for that one.
Yo, come on, game. That was the easiest touchdown in touchdown history.
Not worry about the one play that didn't allow him to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught inside the 25.
Touch him, bro. Like, what's going on?
We're going home.
Still in the first quarter, and look out.
Yo, I do that shit. Man, he's a oh.
I don't know that
I running him. Oh my God, he's so
Bro, my character was literally touching you. Like, why are you not even trying to do that? He's on him.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes will throw for it, escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2.
I forgot Mahomes can run.
So
Oh yeah, I must have taken
for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
It got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade.
First quarter, down.
He ends up getting sacked.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick.
Oh yeah, sack.
End with a PAT, right?
Let's go. Quarterback ain't going nowhere.
But you've met fan bases that wanted them, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
I got stuck on my own people,
And
bro.
they'll take this one up to about the 13. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Thank you.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
No, but it's still early. That's the second one. Yeah.
Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 now. White.
Dog, I keep taking that X. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Nah.
Oh yeah, we're going home.
I've done that so many times, bro. Why can't they just have the same X's, bro? It's so annoying.
It's just right here. Just typing it.
Nah, I know. I keep pressing square.
And I better buckle in my seatbelt, right? Because you know, as a former DB, when I see a pick 6, I'm up and jumping up and down watching it. Yeah, I'm supposed to be neutral, but those kind of plays, they excite me every
It's always when it's so free, bro. Like, X will be wide open and I press square, like, where, like, there's like 50 people on it, bro.
On target, and the round is on here in this first half.
Okay.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Berrios now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort with the mistakes that happen. Can they put this aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween, and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, thank you.
Interception. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Let me get the rock. Let me get the
Well,
rock.
there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's
5
tough,
interceptions.
But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive.
My
But Charles,
God,
let's
he said,
flip
"Give
it
that."
back over.
No.
If you're coaching a
He even
quarterback
jumped.
that's
He said,
struggling this much at this
get
stage
that.
of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. To throw, it's Mahomes.
Oh, he's probably got a pick 6.
LaMarcus
He's
Joyner
probably having
and
a
the
pick
Jets are going to
6.
take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for him because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to
Was they angry?
2 yards
Look
to
at that
lose,
out here.
2nd and
Big
12.
home losers.
strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. White's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now White.
No!
Thank you,
Interception. Joshua Williams with it.
Give me the ball back.
Yeah. To their own 34-yard line. So a nice play defensively.
He said,
by the rookie
yo,
coming up with
he
the
said,
INT.
thank you.
That's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys like
this is
VCR
23.
Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted.
Bro, no way you run this sucker.
C.J. Moses. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense.
Okay.
Things really haven't gone their way
Did
so
they
far.
have like spicy too?
This could be their chance
Sure,
to get
thank
back
you.
into it. But
Thank
they've
you.
got to find a way to punch this ball
So
in.
much.
2nd down and goal. White.
No, that was the wrong.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And that will lead to a 3rd and goal.
Last completion completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe buried at his feet. Make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
A gain of 7 might change the thought process here as they have some options on 4th and goal. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. This started with 1st and goal. They were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points in the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
Oh, yes.
At least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That is
No.
Schuster. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post-play?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get into the end zone?
Butker on for the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Now Hall to start the drive.
Oh, yeah.
No, someone comes in. Okay, you got this.
30, taken down about a yard shy. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
He's working relentless this a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it?
Accidentally press for it instead of X again.
And his feet never stop moving.
On 1st and 10, White. That's complete. It's Elijah.
All right.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. White's throw complete there to Moore. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
It certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been able on this drive so far.
That's crazy. Like, he jumped up the
It was a bad spike.
And they've got to find him quick.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Trying to spike the
When a
turbo.
draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now, meanwhile, a
What?
pass that should have been intercepted,
Oh, that's...
but it winds up falling incomplete.
Yeah,
This defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
This pass out wide to Hall. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st.
He's going to fill that tomorrow.
Good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
54-yard field goal.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jeff. And okay, so much for our halftime break. We're going to get right back to it. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Holding, receiving team.
So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Oh, that's crazy.
A big play there on the catch and run. 85 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
They'll try and run with McKinnon into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Juju Smith-Schuster on the touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs have taken a 5
Oh my God, he's on the ground looking crazy.
There was no going
Getting
through
the feet up.
on that touchdown.
Action.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Berrios now from his end zone. And they're going to start in a hole.
What?
He's brought down at the 11.
Pop up the ball.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. How do I know who's who?
Oh, no. Can you come at 9? No, I mean 9:30. Sorry.
That's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground.
I'm gonna be in traffic.
About whether they take a good first step or not.
I'm gonna be in traffic.
Take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going.
I'm on my way.
He was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm on my way back.
Ball again on 2nd down.
I'm
Trying
sorry.
to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped running near the line of scrimmage.
9:30. Yeah.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And when the defense wins,
You still with me?
it gives up no yardage on the ground. That's something they can build on.
Alright, see that. I don't know.
Throughout the
What's
game.
the question, JC, right?
Those last 2 plays
I'm red.
indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for
Doing the blindfolding for me.
in the third quarter. Still off target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Here's the Jets punter now.
We should where it's my
First
phone.
punt of the game for either
I scored
team.
100 points on him.
From their own end zone, it's a fake, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. Seems like the measuring
Well, I
stick
scored 100 on him.
receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's what really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Oh, the lasagna coming on.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now here's Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Harrison Butker to kick off 14 to City.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try to points on the board.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. White.
Oh, get it.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Now White. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And
Nobody
he is going
fumbled?
to have a Jets first down as they're
Somebody
able to
fumbled.
get the third down conversion.
There's a nice pickup right there. Watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. Right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by
Let's
Justin
go.
Reed. And he will
Let's
take
go.
this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes, they
50
kind of
got
had
it.
the
I'm
first
not gonna
half,
lie.
have now followed them into the second
50.
half, and for this defense, they take advantage.
It's
Turn that
crazy.
into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
This is looking spooky.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Berrios now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And New York is set to take the field.
Are we stopping?
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find
So he hasn't
something
eaten
to
these.
live for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But Brandon, they've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 2nd and 9, White. Open man here is Conklin.
Oh, he got the first?
Second catch for him today, and they'll wind up a first down.
Nah, did you have to hit 15
Position
points?
built to move the chains because they can control
Son got
space
it, yeah.
underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is that right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do.
Oh, that's a into. Come
Like if you're
on.
trying to be a comedian, but Mike,
Nah, he got deflected.
and you
Yeah,
run into a tough crowd.
yeah, I deflected it.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Here's White.
Oh, yeah, sack the quarterback. Let's go.
Incomplete.
Okay.
Another throw there off the mark.
That quarterback's
and he's
struggling.
battled
He's hurt.
all of the interceptions.
Hit all the
Things just
time.
haven't
Yeah,
been
he
true
is.
to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now.
I try to wave.
He's
I forgot how to do that.
passing game's
I took a knee.
balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Call that a
Alright,
punt
let me see if I can get a touchdown right now.
yards officially.
Oh, I probably can't.
Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
Okay.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. Now the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Eluding the pressure right. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster.
You know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
Oh.
And that is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A real head scratcher there. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that
Pick 6. Look at that. Look at that right back to it.
I'm trying to stay.
With a football at their own 20-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
I got sacked.
30 seconds.
And the Jets are going to take
He's flexing. That's great. You gotta look at that flex.
My voice is off all I can.
You gotta look at that scoreboard.
At least for this defense, something smart being done.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
48 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. Here's a
Running down the clock for what?
14-yard line. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's Hall again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Now that's a mound of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times.
You got it.
Here's Garrett Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown.
Funny story.
4 yards on the
Funny
touchdown.
story.
And the Jets are
Here
in this 4th quarter. So still throwing here in the 4th
they're
quarter.
home getting
Sizable lead, and now that lead even more
just in case you
sizable.
got a good
Nothing
play.
else here, CD. A chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get
Oh,
on
we're
the
going
gas
crazy,
a little
huh?
bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
This one fielded at the 5. And now here comes Kansas City. You just kind of feel for the defense right now, this deficit. They have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. Oh, they're like, oh my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now. Trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mahomes going to throw.
Yeah, hopefully again.
Picked off by the linebacker,
Again,
C.J. Mosley. And the Jets are going to take
Let me come back
possession.
That would be
Get
good.
a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
Analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Zonovan Knight, 14 yards. And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Are they doing a kayak?
Now Zerline on and the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10.
Damn, he wasn't there? Oh my god.
39, so solid starting
I went to the
position.
crib.
And out come the Chiefs now. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they put in a lot of backups to do it, and they tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. You can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's where it's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it?
Oh,
We always talk about the athleticism of the guy who just beat him.
Holding in the pressure.
To try and block that
He's
guy.
getting the
Just in
comeback.
this case, the defense won.
Mahomes throwing on fourth.
Yes.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they wind up getting 13 there on fourth down. They've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Trying to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I would have got
He got butter in his
This is
skin.
an
The
offense
crown.
that's had a lot of success in this game. It seems
Butter
like they're
in
just
his
having fun
skin.
out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Mahomes going to go on fourth down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Oh, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Mahomes to throw once more. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't want this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes rolling to his, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had
so I don't make it. Well, you do the same thing and make it. That's great.
Open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Chiefs score.
Now he's back.
He always finishes. He never does it.
Maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
He's gonna go.
Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to
the 10.
He's taken down at the 9.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
On the draw, it's Hall. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard into the 10. Chris Jones on the stop. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
The experience is tears.
Hall again on 2nd down. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
He wouldn't left yet.
It's a loss of a yard, so
Someone
it's
got a
back
report
to
of
3rd
thousands
and
of
10.
sharks in a
Partner,
feeding
one thing I was
frenzy 1
allowed to see
mile off the
growing
left.
up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
To throw, White. On the sideline,
that's not even the first.
as they say yes. Great job.
That really was.
Let me see.
And they get 10 yards there from conversion.
Look at that slow-mo preview.
Just realized
4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
They'll give the Hall. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
I'm trying to score
I think
6
after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
A second down
Poor
pass play
accuracy.
there, but it's incomplete.
Get the toes
already.
Big. You'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's getting the hook up to Moore.
Bro, how is he not
He's going to
passing
have
up?
the Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook. They can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go into heavy cliche, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now White. He finds Wilson. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. Pick up there at 22.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice
What am I about to do?
a very strong drive as a response.
I could get the intel and get it for another touchdown.
I'm going to throw a Hail Mary.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. The Charles, a lot of happy
Another
faces
day.
heading into the tunnel as this one ends. Understandably so. Not only did they get
Look
the
at this.
win, but
My
the
God.
offense
Look at
was
this.
on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea
Look
what
at
the
the
top
yardage.
speed is on one of those
My
high-end
Lord.
sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense,
man,
they certainly were there in this one. Everything clicking for them in this contest,
man.
the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
Oh man, JT.
Alright, you're all set.
Yay.
Lasagna's ready to be served.
What are we gonna make? What can you teach me next week?
What do you want to learn?
I don't know. Definitely I want a lasagna. I want to learn how to make meatballs